How to clean and disinfect your home safely. In your efforts to protect yourself and your family from germs, consider the following. Clean instead of disinfect. Disinfecting is critical to limiting the spread of infection in settings such as healthcare and early childhood care facilities. But for most people at home, cleaning alone, meaning the removal of dirt and other substances from a surface via scrubbing with soap and water, will remove plenty of germs. In settings where people aren't required to disinfect, cleaning is really more important than disinfecting, says Stephanie Holm, co-director of the Western States Pediatric Environmental Health Specialty Unit. The EPA maintains a list of cleaning products considered to be safer than others. The standard the agency uses screens out any products linked to asthma or breathing difficulties. When you need to disinfect, do it properly. Certain situations call for the use of a disinfectant at home to prevent the spread of infection. An example, according to the CDC, is if someone in your house contracts the highly contagious and misery-inducing stomach bug norovirus. Any mess from vomit or diarrhea on a surface should be cleaned and then disinfected. If you decide to use disinfectant, be aware that surfaces you intend to disinfect should be cleaned first of any debris. Skin cells, for instance, a component of dust, can reduce the effectiveness of some disinfectants. Holmes says, so if you don't clean off the dust first, your disinfectant may not work as well. To kill certain germs, disinfectants must be left wet on the surface for a number of minutes. Check the product's label for specific instructions on how long. That means you have to use enough of the product to keep the surface wet long enough for the active ingredients to take effect. Use disinfectants away from kids. Make sure young children are out of the room when you're using disinfectants, and for a little while afterward. Gouge says the amount of time might vary based on a product's active ingredient and the level of ventilation in the room. This will keep small hands from touching dry disinfecting fluid and potentially getting it in their mouths. And be aware that the fumes that these products give off, which can potentially trigger respiratory irritation and asthma, remain detectable in the air for about 20 minutes, according to one study in the journal Environmental Health. And keep in mind that some schools may request disinfecting wipes as back-to-school supplies or during cold and flu season. If your school is one of those, it's worth calling the school to find out whether the wipes will be stored out of reach of children. Make sure adults, and not kids, will be the only people handling the products. In one case in Massachusetts, officials from the state's Department of Agricultural Resources sent a warning letter to a school where teachers had given disinfecting wipes to children for the purpose of cleaning desks, computers, and tables. Any cleaning tasks undertaken by children should be done only with regular soap and water. If your child has asthma, the school administrators, your child's teacher, and the school nurse, if there is one, should be aware of your pediatrician's action plan for treatment in case of an attack. It's reasonable to ask your pediatrician to include a note on the action plan that says disinfectant wipes shouldn't be used in your child's vicinity. Consider safer disinfecting products. In the 2019 AJIC article, Holm and her team found that disinfecting products that used hydrogen peroxide were linked with fewer negative health effects than those with bleach or quartz. If you want to use a disinfecting product, consider looking for one whose active ingredient is hydrogen peroxide.